Josh, you're 77, your first number in the, or 71, excuse me, your first number in the league. You wore that at Ohio State. How did you end up with that, and what's it mean to you?
Means a ton. You can carry over your number to the league and kind of build that legacy with what you have. So, I mean, meant a ton. Nobody had it, so it was an easy grab.
How did you end up choosing it in the first place?
So I was 77, but me coming into Ohio State, Tegra Shabola already had 77, so I just went with 71.
Josh, are you going to be able to participate at all this weekend?
I'll be getting like my toes wet, but right now everything's on rehab. So whenever the trainers or whatever the trainers will have me doing is kind of what I'll be doing.
Can you give us a sense of what you'll be doing between now and the start of training camp?
Can't really say. That's one of the conversations I have to have with the trainers, but it'll probably be a conversation will be had probably.
Josh, we asked you about coming back from that injury, but what was it like immediately sustaining that injury, knowing that you were a major draft prospect? Can you kind of take us through your mindset and how you were able to turn it to rehab eventually?
Yeah, so I was like super frustrated, like, pissed. It was the biggest season we had. Everybody had all the tools to win an Natty, which we obviously did, but I mean, I just had to kind of grow up and just, put all that frustration into rehab and, just get after it.
Is that what you ended up doing? Like, what has the rehab process been like for you?
Yeah, so I mean, something like this, it's not easy, but you just got to come in and attack it like hell every day. Just really, really go hard in rehab. That's kind of how you have to do something like this.
How does rehab work for you? I mean, if you were at Ohio State, but then you knew you were going to be going, and you have your own team, and now you're part of the Chiefs. They have a team. I mean, how did you kind of navigate it through that part of it?
Yeah, so the immediate start was go out with my trainer, Neil Alatrosh, and Elite Orthosport, just kind of, he can be hands-on with it and gradually see the progression. But then, fires and stuff like that happened in L.A. around that time. So we went back to school, and Adam Stewart, who was like, platinum standard and that stuff, really helped me. So, from the rest.
Since you have been selected, can you just describe how the process has been with Rick Burkholder making a plan for the upcoming months?
Yeah, again, so we have like deeper conversations we had. Like minicamp, I'm really just playbook and trying to take mental reps. But yeah, obviously, what I'm allowed to do, I'm going to do 100%.
Initial reactions to just seeing the playbook and the facility and everything involved in being in the Chiefs organization.
It's great. It's everything you can ask for a football player, and the playbook is not as complex as I thought it'd be, but definitely still some it's a different playbook than Chip Kelly, so got to do a little bit of studying.
When you grew up, what was your favorite NFL team? I mean, how do you went to a couple colleges, you kind of changed allegiances here and now you're a Chief. I mean, what was your football fandom growing up?
So, like, as a little kid, I was a Raiders fan. But then, like, I just grew up, I just kind of started having, like, favorite players on Seahawks. So I just stopped kind of being a fan and just started watching different players.
Josh, is it your expectation to push at least to start right away? I know we're steps away from that. Is your expectation to try and push to start right away?
I just want to help the team however I can. If that's, like, starting, cool. If not, then obviously cool. I'm just here to, kind of help the Chiefs, win. So.
A couple more.
Obviously, when the Chiefs were showing interest, and you knew that they were interested in you, what was kind of your thought process during the build up to the draft, as far as what was Kansas City be like for you, and how did you kind of imagine it coming together and being a good place for you?
I mean, it was kind of like you said, they were showing a lot of love, and the combine interviews went to what I thought was pretty good. So yeah, I definitely thought like that was on the table coming like April 24th.
Have you had any conversation with any of the other offensive linemen, the vets, or anybody else?
I had like a brief interaction with Juwan Taylor. He's a really cool dude. Yeah.
Josh, how do you feel like being in Chip Kelly's offense has kind of prepared you for this moment?
Yeah, it's a lot of like, it's very NFL like pro style. So like coming here and jumping into something like this wasn't as hard as it was for me coming from San Diego State to Ohio State. So I'm definitely glad I was in Chip Kelly's offense.
Any barbecue yet?
Q39, those burn-in wings. I'll definitely probably try to make a after camp, try to get some before I head back, but absolutely.
Josh, Jana Bartle with The Athletic. Can you talk a little bit about maybe the expectations you feel coming in, feeling a need maybe on this team for a team that's also rebounding off of a loss last season?
Yeah, so I mean, attack rehab as hard as I can. That way when training camp does come around, I can be the most help that I possibly can be. There's nothing really I can do to like kind of force, there's a lot of vets in here, and my thing is just stay out the way and work hard and be a helpful piece if I can.
Does it help at all, transferring to Ohio State, having that mentality of coming in somewhere new and making an impact right away?
Say that again.
Does it help at all, I guess, in college, transferring and being able to make an impact right away? Does that help?
Yeah, it does. But for here, it's different. Like right now, there's a lot of great offensive linemen in the room right now. So I mean, I can learn from them. Pick their brains about stuff, the playbook especially. So, but other than that, I'm just trying to be a helpful piece.
We had heard a lot of people talk about getting prank calls and all that. We've seen that. Was your draft night clean?
It was pretty clean.
Nothing like
Thankfully,
that?
yeah, that would have. Yeah, I was that would have been different. But yeah, no, mine was pretty clean.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Josh.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Josh.
Josh.